And welcome back. This is Jim Grisanzio from Oracle Groundbreakers Live in Bangalore, India. And I am here now with Arvind Kumar. Arvind, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Jim.
I got your name okay?
Yeah.
All right. I don't get the names very well sometimes, so anyway.
This time you got it right.
What's that?
You got it right this time.
That's excellent. That's excellent. All right, Arvind, you are a senior engineer on the Fusion Apps team, and you're based here in Bangalore?
Yes.
Okay. And you're doing a talk later on today.
Yeah.
And I got to read this because it's concurrency and parallel programming constructs in Java.
That's right.
All right. So let's start from the beginning. What is parallel programming, concurrency, and parallel programming in your constructs in Java?
Sure.
So give me a little bit of this is like a summary of your talk, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. So basically we know what do you mean by parallelism. Parallelism in general, like if you ask a child what is parallelism, it's like doing multiple things at the same time. So how does that translate into programming, and how does CPUs actually help a particular function be split into multiple tasks, and how does it work in parallel to speed up your task? So this is what the talk is going to be about, and how we'll achieve that using Java.
Okay, so the concept of your parallelizing is not new, right?
Yes.
So what is new about what you're going to be talking about?
Well, I'm going to talk about the new constructs that Java has introduced as part of its latest updates in Java 8 and beyond. So that's what I'm going to talk about, the new constructs. And also, I'll explain briefly about what, when people or developers are using the constructs, what does it mean? Even the existing, whatever the developers have been using till now, how does it translate? How does it actually work?
Okay, so let's go through a few examples of the new constructs.
Yeah, well, there are new constructs in Java 8 are like fork and fork join and phrasers. So there are some of the things that have been introduced recently as part of the concurrency libraries. So I'll speak about that for some time. So
so you have new constructs. So how many of them are there? Just give me a ballpark number.
Well, as part of the concurrency library, there may be around 20 to 30 new constructs that have been added.
Now, is that considered a lot in terms of new?
Yes.
Okay, so a developer would have to do a little bit of educating to come up to speed on these?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the developers here, are they already familiar with this? Is this something that they're going to be hearing about for the first time, or?
I think they should be aware of it, because this is used in their daily, everybody uses concurrency as to take care of certain tasks which take a lot of time. So that is something that everybody needs to use as part of. But if it's something new, that's where I come in and I can give a brief overview so that they can go back and try to think about using it in their own applications.
Okay, can you talk about some of the technical challenges that a developer would be using these constructs to solve?
Sure. So one of the things is like using parallel programming is that you need to know when to actually, so you set a threshold at which point you break a particular task into smaller tasks. So this threshold should be tested multiple times to set a correct threshold, because if you split a small task into too many tasks, and you are spending more time actually managing those tasks rather than completing them. So it's more like you take a bigger chunk and then split that and assign each task to a core, that is a CPU core, rather than splitting a small task into further subtasks and actually having too many subtasks. So there's a drawback there as well, so you need to have a balance between the number of subtasks that you create. So that is important. So that's a drawback which the developer should actually go and do a lot of tests to see what works for him. So there's no one particular threshold that works. So that depends on each application and each scenario.
Okay. And the developers that are here at this conference, I mean, is it a sense of that pretty much everybody here is familiar with Java and is a Java developer, or is it, you know, maybe say 50% or less? In other words, how many of these guys here are Java developers?
I think maybe around 60 to 70% would have
60
used.
to 70?
Yeah, they
Okay,
would have
so
touched at least,
yeah.
have
So
some sort of Java sort of familiarity, or they would have used it somewhere or the other. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so your session is later on today, but it's about 2:30 now, so you got a couple of hours to get your slides all set, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I'm nervous now.
You're nervous now? Okay, so I'm interested if you had any conversations that you've had with developers here, just about the event or about, you know, what you're going to talk about, or really what they're talking about.
Yeah, I did. I attended one of the talks, you know, about retrograde program gaming that was going on at around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. So I found that very interesting, and I had a talk with the speaker as well, because it's something that it's something that I'm also interested in. I've done something similar on a your different venue. So I found that interesting, and I took back many of the things. So I'm sure many people also will find it, they can connect to it in a way and take something back that they've learned. So what I'll give from my talk is something that they can take back and utilize in their programming, or helping them complete their tasks quicker.
Right. Cool. Okay, Arvind. Well, good luck in your session.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you go now so you can finish your slides.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. And we'll see you guys for more interviews right here very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.